Alright, in this video we are going to be talking about 10 ways that you can grow your music teaching business a whole lot faster this year, and we're going to start with number 1 right after this. Hey, really quick, if you enjoy videos like this, learning about how to grow a more successful teaching business and tips and tricks and resources and ideas, I'd love you to like, subscribe, like the page, whatever makes sense wherever you're watching this. That would help me out a lot. I'd really appreciate that, and it lets me know that you enjoy this stuff and I should keep making it and putting time into it for you. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. Let's keep moving on. Okay, number 1, the first thing that you need to make sure that you do is to ensure that your business model, your teaching business model, is actually scalable. Scaling an unprofitable business model will only leave you broke, burned out, wondering why the heck you're working so hard with so little in return. So you need to look at the model you're running. Is it just 30-minute one-on-one lessons, whether it's in person or online? That's not scalable. It's not going to work. There's so much more that you can do to make it a whole lot smarter and simpler for you to get your time back, get your freedom back, earn a heck of a lot more money. Not because money's the number one reason that you want to, work in this business, but money is what unlocks that job that you love, the freedom and the space to do all the creative things, and will prevent you from getting burned out. So number 1 is you need to make sure that your actual business model, your teaching model, is actually scalable for you. Number 2 is that you just need to prune a lot of those fluffy tasks off your to-do list. This sounds really simple and dumb, but it's honestly not. I identified when I was running my music school, there's actually 5 of the most crucial and profitable things that I should spend my time on. And so for everything else that was on my list, it was either cut it, I didn't actually need to do it, it was automate it, what kind of technologies or softwares can I implement to drastically cut that down, and then it's delegate it. Can I delegate it to a team member or a VA or someone that's going to help me in my team, and that way I am then putting all my effort into those top 5 things. So what are the top 5 things for you? If you're working solo as a teacher, well, it's probably going to be teaching is going to be number 1. But how can you increase the value of that teaching? That comes back to that business model. But there's going to be at least 4 other things that are really crucial. But then once you identify those top 5, what is everything else that you can either cut, automate, or delegate? So have a look at that, and that's a continual process. So it won't be something you do once. It's something you're going to review like every month, 3 months, and that's how you grow. You just keep working and getting more and more focused on the most valuable things, pushing your business forward and passing other things down, delegating, automating, and even just cutting some stuff. So there we go. That is number 2. Continually cut the fluff from your to-do list and get more and more focused. Number 3 is that you want to make sure that you have your budget set up for your teaching business to automatically calculate all those important numbers. So yeah, we know how much is coming in for your lesson revenue and your expenses, but what about things like lifetime value of your customer? Do you know exactly what that is? What is a customer worth to you? A student, how long they stay on average? Another one to measure really carefully is it's called CAC, customer acquisition cost. This sounds nerdy and boring, but it's actually really important. If you know that it costs you $52 to get a customer, and if you know that customer's worth, they stay for 17 months and that's worth whatever, $1,200, well, that's a really interesting thing to know, because if you need to grow, well, you know that you can buy customers for $52 and they will stay for this length of time, and you can actually see all that automated if you set up your budget right. Now, we have a little resource that can help you with that, where everything's just automatically done, takes you 10 or 15 minutes a month, and it spits out all those important numbers that you need. And so you can hit us up if you are interested in that. I'll put a link down below. But whether you use our tool or set up your own, it's important to make sure that you track those important numbers that are going to actually grow the business. And so you want to identify what are the most important things I should track. It's not just the number of students coming in, it's things like, what is the lifetime value, what does it cost to acquire a customer, what is my churn rate, that's the number of students that quit each month, what's my overall retention rate for the year, all those sorts of numbers. And so by following those, you're going to get a whole new look at your business and what's going on, and you're going to be able to see when you make changes and implement new systems and procedures, and invest in marketing in certain areas and work really hard on improving an area of the business, you're going to see not just the money going in and out coming in, but you're going to see the results that it actually has on all those little numbers and metrics, which are the things that actually grow your business. So that is number 3. Make sure you have your budget set up to calculate all those important numbers. Okay, number 4 is that you want to look for some plug and play resources that are actually just going to speed up the process of developing that stuff yourself. So a few examples might be like curriculum books. I know in our music school we struggled with teachers early on just using scrappy bits of paper, or some teachers would be highly organized with, you know, beautiful worksheets all in the same font and really well prepared. Others would just be using manuscript and doing scrappy sheets of paper, and we just had a really diverse range of quality of experience for the students. So we realized we need really great curriculum books. Now we had to go build all those, and we worked as a team, and we had everyone helping to write them, and you know, we had to put them into the music software and edit them and get publishing done. And by the time every book was done, each book's probably $3,000 to $5,000 of work, and we built about, I don't know, 15 main books for beginner kids, and then further probably 10 or 20 for some more advanced stuff. And so it's just tens of thousands of dollars worth of work. Now, you would love to have your own books with, you know, your own covers, all looking slick and organized. But some of the downsides might be that it's not your curriculum. You haven't written it from scratch. But if you get access to something, say like all that curriculum we give away in our Build a Music School program, you can then take all the working files and you can tweak it how you want, and then add your own stuff in, and then all of a sudden you've got 15 to 20 books that you didn't have to pay tens of thousands for, and you put your own covers on, and boom, it's all done. You look super slick and professional. You can sell those books, or you can gift them to students and put the price up. You've plugged and played something into your business that didn't mean that you had to go and build it all yourself. So it's just a smarter way to approach things. And of course, that's just one little idea, curriculum. There's loads of different areas in your business where you can follow that same approach. So look at everything that you have needs for in your business, whether it's social media or marketing stuff or design, curriculum, every single area. And every area that you want to grow and build a more successful and exciting business for you and your students, and look out there and see which resources can you plug and play. So obviously in our Build a Music School program with the BAM Squad, there's just hundreds of things that we had to build in growing our studio from 30 to 2,000. We just needed things to look professional on that kind of level. So all that stuff we gift you, but there's plenty of other things out there as well. And people are selling programs, and you can fast track stuff. So that is a way that you're going to grow faster. Might cost you a little bit of money, but the money that you pay is like peanuts compared to the time and money it'll take you to build it all yourself. So there we go, that's number 4. Alright, before we move to number 5, I'd love you to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff if you enjoy videos like this. So obviously that helps out with the algorithm, which helps me, but it also lets me know that it's worth putting my time into building this stuff for you. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. But let's move on to number 5. So the 5th thing that you can do to help grow your studio a lot faster this year is to get into a mastermind group. And so a mastermind group is a small group of other studio owners, maybe with a similar size studio to you or a bit bigger, and it's a group where you just get transparent. You share what's going well, and you teach other people what's going well so they can learn from you, but you also share what's not going so well. What are you really struggling with, and you get their feedback and help. And the more vulnerable and open and honest you are, the more you get out of it. And so you want to make sure that you get into a group like this, and you want to make sure that you show up prepared. So I have an amazing mastermind. I've been in many over the years. I've got one that's probably my favorite one of all time now, and it's got guys in there with, up to like 25,000 members in their music teaching businesses. It's just absolutely insane. And I make sure that I'm always I've showed up prepared. I've got videos, links, screenshots, stories to share. I have the questions written down in my journal. I am absolutely prepared, and it's in my calendar the day before every meeting. We meet fortnightly. You could meet fortnightly, weekly, monthly, it's up to you. And I make sure that I'm prepared. So the day before, I sit down, I think through what would I love to get out of this meeting, also what have I learned, what can I share. And so if everyone has that attitude, they're all about growing, supporting each other, and that's how you really move forward together. So you can find a group yourself if you want. Obviously, I'm going to promote our BAM Squad group because we actually have stacks of masterminds, and so we help you find the right group. And we've got a whole bunch of different types of masterminds with different focuses, different studio sizes, different passions. About some people are trying to have a really cruisy work-life balance style, and so we focus on that with this group. And then another group's all about driving hard, trying to pass the 1,000 student mark, and big things, and that might be your style, and everything in between. So you want to find the group that's the right mix for you. You can go look at buildamusicschool.com and check out a bit of info about our mastermind groups, which you get free with your membership as well. But either way, getting into a mastermind, whether you set it up yourself or join a Build a Music School one, is an amazing way to grow your studio faster. So that is number 5 today. Okay, number 6. This is a cool one that I really enjoy, and a lot of people don't enjoy it, but it's super important. And that is to make sure that you spend 2 to 3 hours a week just on your strategic plan. So don't just have an annual sort of big think, or a quarterly big think about what you want to do in your business. Make it a weekly discipline. So 2 to 3 hours is a great aim, but if you can only do 30 minutes or an hour, then that's great too. But find a time, put it in your calendar, block it out, and actually treasure that time, because it is so important to have, you've got your big goals, but the weekly catch up is all the individual steps and things that you're doing to move closer to those goals. What are you working on this week? And by actually making that a priority, it means that you actually work on those projects. You actually give them priority in your week. Otherwise you wouldn't. And those are the things, which is when we talk about working on your business instead of in your business. The working on stuff, the strategic stuff, is what actually makes your business grow, and you're able to make those smart decisions. So that is number 6. Make sure you prioritize that strategic thinking time and keep moving the business forward with those little tweaks and steps that you need to take week by week. Alright, number 7 is that you want to identify every system that can be automated. Either it can be automated or sped up with a software, or maybe even if it's just a new template. It can be as simple as learning how to use email signature templates in Google so that you can quickly fire out repeated emails that you send often. It can be implementing a new spreadsheet or a new software, anything that you can do to speed something up. And the way that you want to order this is, first you want to write down what you, or maybe it's even a team member that you have, are doing during the week that's sucking up a lot of your time. So write down all those things, and write down what would be the system or the software that you could choose to actually speed up a whole lot of those tasks. And then you order those things from top to bottom on basically what's going to have the greatest impact in your business, what's going to speed things up the most, what's going to save you the most money. And of course, whenever you save time, you need to also at the same time look at, okay, if I free up 3 hours a week, what am I going to use with that 3 hours? Am I just going to have more free time, or am I going to invest it into those big picture things that we talked about earlier? And so that's a really great way to think about it, is to order it based on the impact that it has, and to do that little checklist thing through the day or through the week. So look at what's taking your time. Is it emails? Is it phone calls? Is it billing? Is it chasing people up for unpaid bills? Anything at all. Lesson planning. What is it? What would save time, save money? What could you implement? What could you automate? What could you find a plug and play resource for? And start looking for those systems and things to speed that up for you. Alright, number 8, for growing your studio faster. This is a big secret that really did take us from 30 to 2000. Focus on a marketing strategy that is not about just Facebook and Google and word of mouth and that sort of stuff. Make your strategy about inspiring young people to learn, getting in front of young people who then race home to mum or dad or to the grown-ups at home, and they're like, I want to learn an instrument. And so a lot of our marketing strategies are around trying to inspire the parent to then tell the kid, or you're waiting for the kid to tell the parent they want to learn. We need to actually get in front of the kids. One of our best marketing strategies around this got us a record. This is a whopping record we never beat, but we did get close again. We got 155 students in one day. Absolutely insane. And so there are crazy strategies out there. We've put a whole bunch of free resources at buildamusicschool.com sharing some of our best marketing secrets, but that really is one of the biggest growth secrets, is don't be trying to only market to parents. Yes, when they're looking for lessons, you want to be discovered, and yes, all the other stuff that we target to parents is good. We still do that, but you're going to be 10 times faster if you get in front of the kids and inspire them to want to learn. There's a whole bunch of ways you can do that we won't get into in this video, but that is the main secret, and that's what really took us from 30 to 2,000. Finding those tips and tricks, repeating them over and over, investing in them while everyone else was investing in other kind of stupid marketing ideas that just don't have the same legs that those strategies have. So that there is number 8. Build a marketing strategy that's about inspiring young people to want to learn an instrument. Alright, number 9 is that you need to grow a team around you. This is something that you may not even want to do right now, but if you just have a business solo, it's just you, one person, whether it's teaching, even if it's not a time for money model like 30-minute lessons, even if it involves online courses, diversified income in different areas, it's still a job. You own a job, and you want to be able to build a team so you can actually delegate things off to them. You can create cool jobs, and you need to train people how to do the tasks and the things that you do. And you are not that special. I'm sorry that you're not that special that no one can do your job. There's 7-8 billion people on the planet. There's a lot of people that you can do your job. It comes down to whether you are good enough as a leader to develop them and train them. And so identifying how you're going to go from owning a job to owning a business is going to involve building a team. And the most simple strategy for developing people is going to be, I do it, you watch. Okay? Then you do it, I watch. Now you do it. That simple. So you're going to show them how you do things, they're going to watch you, they're going to learn, and then you're going to watch them do it, and then you take the trainer wheels off, and now they can do it on their own, and you still check in, etc. But that's basically the model, and you just continually remove things off your plate, and every time you do that, you go do something else with that time that increases the value to the business, and that's how I went from 30 to 2,000 students and 0 to 50 staff. You just keep pushing things down. And it does mean sometimes there's things that were really fun that you enjoyed doing, but you now need to give that to other people because you need to develop them, and you don't want their jobs to just be the boring stuff. So that is number 9. Build a team around you, continually develop those people underneath you, delegate them tasks, and help them succeed in doing those tasks well. Number 10. This is the 10th thing that is going to grow your music teaching business faster this year. Take a break. That sounds good, eh? Number 1 to 9 were pretty hard, tricky things. They're going to take a lot of mental brain power. They're going to make a big difference. They're going to grow your income. They're going to reduce your time, reduce your stress, automate things, run your business, run smoother, build community and support around you. That's incredible, but they're going to take a lot of effort and headspace, as I just said, so you need to actually take a break. I had a different point for number 10, but I just changed it to this one because tomorrow I am taking a break with my wife for 5 days because I realized I've been working really hard and I can feel my work quality slipping a little bit, and I just need a break. So I went and looked at my calendar and said, when was the last time I took a break? And it was a bit too long ago. And so you need to make sure that you are taking breaks, because when you take a break, you actually come back better off. You're more refreshed, you work better, you get better results, and life is not just about work. I've gone through the workaholic phase before. It's not fun, and it's it's just nonsense, all that stuff about hustle, 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 just work, 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 get, you know, figure out how little amount of sleep you can live off, and just go hard. That's all nonsense. That's not enjoyable at all. So make sure you take a break, book it in your calendar, and this is one of the things that's really important about building a successful teaching business, is can you actually take breaks? So if you just run a solo business, well, if you take a break, well, the income stops because no one's there to keep working and earning money while you have a break. Same with if you need a sick day or a holiday or a public holiday, the work and the money just dries up. So that's another reason that you want to build a business, not just a job where you're the only teacher. Even if you're paid well as the only teacher, it's still just time for money. So you want to get to the level where your business can actually totally run without you, and I don't say that to brag, but tomorrow we'll go away, the whole business will run without us, and we'll be fine for 5 days. So when can you take a break? And so look at your calendar. When was the last time you took a break? And can you take one in the next 2 weeks? Next month? Put it in your calendar, book it in, so you come back refreshed, ready to work on all the other 9 steps that are going to grow your business a lot faster. So hey, there is 10 steps that are going to help grow your business faster this year. If you enjoyed it, please click like, subscribe, and feel free to ask any questions as well. If you're interested in working with myself and the Build a Music School crew, our community, the BAM squad, check it out, buildamusicschool.com. I'll put a link down below, and that is where you can get access to a crazy amount of resources that will help you with all these things, make it faster, cheaper, less stressful. We'd love to work with you and help you, but until then, we'll see you in the next video.